everyone, it's Anthony back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi, hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. Thanks so much for checking out this video, and make sure to comment in the comments how things are going with you. Me and Apollo are just out here doing a little neighborhood stroll. Gonna put a few miles in. And yeah, I figured I'd bring you along. As usual, not sure how long this one will be. But I always say that and it ends up being long. Hold on just a second. Okay, sorry, had to clean up after Apollo. That was fast for him. Early on in the walk. So yeah, hi, I hope everyone's doing well. Well, it looks like they repaired some of this fence recently. Interesting. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. We're just out here going on a little Sunday stroll. Wanted to stay close to the house today after we did our super long 7-mile walk on Friday, and then yesterday, which was Saturday, we did another neighborhood walk, but we did a really super long one. So this one might be a little bit shorter. We'll see. We're just gonna go until I feel like heading back, but at least put in a couple miles, get him some afternoon exercise, and then we'll probably come back out again tonight and go on another walk just to get him tuckered out for the night. It's supposed to get super duper cold here in Colorado starting tonight and going into pretty much all of next week. It's supposed to be like bitter cold. So want to get him another walk in before it chills too much. But I'm no stranger to needing to walk him in like super frigid temperatures, and just getting bundled up. But I was like, let's enjoy some partly clear skies and some sunshine, and it's not freezing yet. It's probably in the 40s right now, but it's supposed to dip down to like 0 and below, I think, in the next few days. So we're just kind of getting ready for it. And yeah, so that's what's going on here. When I forget which day it was, but I made dinner. Was that Friday? After our long hike? I think so. I ended up making dinner at the house. I made this like curry, Thai coconut curry kind of soup for me and my roommate. Up. Let's go over here. There's a lot of people out. I think there's a lot of people trying to enjoy the weather while we have it. Okay. Come on. Come on. Good boy. Yeah, I made this this curry soup with coconut milk and obviously curry powder, and then I throw in some chicken that I've cooked with like a gram masala and seasoning, and I cook that separately, and then in the pot with essentially it's stock, chicken stock, coconut milk, and some seasonings, spices. And then I'll throw in some frozen dumplings in there as well. Let those cook up. And then I'll cook up some green peppers and garlic and throw that in there as well. Sometimes I'll do tomato or bok choy and throw that in there. And then once the dumplings have cooked for a few minutes, then I take packets of ramen, so just the ones that are in the plastic, not the cup of noodles, and I don't use the seasoning, I just want the noodles. And I drop those in there after the last 3 minutes. And then when I go to serve it up in the bowl, put a couple dumplings in there with some of the ramen. Come on, buddy. And then I'll top it with the cooked chicken, the seared chicken, and then some green onions, a little carrot. And so it's just kind of like dressed up coconut curry style ramen essentially. And it's like one of my go-to kind of like lazy dinner meals, but it's really, really good. I love coconut curry flavors. So it kind of feeds that, and then it's got the dumplings in it. It's so good. But it's pretty quick to put together. So I made that, and okay. We gotta just keep moving forward. Oh boy, this dog is like the sniffiest dog. Let's go ahead and cross the street, Sniffy. Come on. Oh, there's people over here too. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of folks out and about today. This way. Come on, this way. Okay. Just gonna have to yank him along. So yeah, there's a lot of people out here just because trying to get the last dregs of sunshine before it gets super duper cold. I'm literally walking. I don't have my hands on the leash, and I'm just like pulling Apollo along with my waist. I'm walking like this. It's like, dude, come on. I get it. It's fun to sniff, but he stops. He'll catch up to my speed. He gets a little bit in front of me, then he stops, and I have to pull him. It's like we're an elastic band, just like. So yeah, I made that, and me and my roommate hung out. I think that was Friday night. Yeah, it was Friday night. I made that. And then last night, Saturday night, I wrote my roommate. His girlfriend is sick, and so he's been going over there and like cooking for her or whatever, or hanging out with her. But then he's like, I don't want to sleep in her sick bed, so I've just been coming home. So today I think is the first day she's like fully recovered. So he's staying over there today, but he's been home like all week. So we've been just like hanging out and watching YouTube videos and stuff when I'm not diamond painting. But was that? Yeah, that was yesterday. So yesterday, I was like, what are you doing today? He's like, I'm just hanging out today. So we cleaned the house together a little bit, and then I was folding laundry, and I did some organization stuff. That I did kitting up, which we'll get to. Love kitting up right now. It's the season for kitting up. So we were just hanging out. I was like, oh, I'm gonna kit this diamond painting up. What do you want to do? And he's like, oh, let's watch a movie. So we watched Princess Mononoke. I've been trying to get into the Studio Ghibli movies and just familiarize myself with the different characters and plots and stuff, because I'm finding myself being drawn to the Yume Arts fan art that's being made into Diamond Art Club pieces for Kiki's Flower Delivery. So I watched part of Kiki's Flower Delivery, but I wasn't paying close enough attention. So I need to basically restart it. I think I got a little more than halfway through, but I'm going to restart it. But we watched Princess Mononoke yesterday as I was kitting up, and it was really good. There's a Jaded Gem Shop Princess Mononoke piece that I was really interested in. And so now I'm even more interested in it because I understand the premise of the movie and the plot and the characters and stuff. And I extra loved it because there's a lot of white wolves in that movie. and I've got my own little white wolf. So I was like, oh, look at all the Apollos running around. It was a little bit more graphic than I would have assumed those movies are, but it seems like that's one of the only ones in the Studio Ghibli lineup of movies that's a PG-13. But yeah, it's a little gruesome, but I really liked it. So we watched that and then just kept hanging out. I went back and did some diamond painting and listened to an audiobook, just another little cozy mysteries book. I forget which one it was. It's about this woman who moves to, it's always like, it's either on the East Coast in like Massachusetts area, or at least the ones I've been listening to, or the West Coast, like Oregon or Washington. So this one takes place in like a little cove town in Washington. And the main character took time off from her job in Seattle to come help her uncle while he was having surgery or something, run his pancake shop. So it's called the Pancake House Mystery Series. And one thing leads to another, and now she's trying to like find a murderer and yada yada yada. So the first book was free on Audible Plus, and then of course you've got to use your credits to keep going. So I think I'm only going to be able to listen to the first one for whatever reason. Like I want to save my credits for like longer books. A lot of these mystery series books are like a 3-hour listen, 4-hour listen, and I'm like, if I'm going to use my credit, I want it to be on like a big tome, you know, that I get my credits worth. But they have so many of these cozy mystery books as part of Audible Plus, so they're free with your subscription, that I've just been going off of that. But yeah, I'm not sure if we've come to this specific part of the neighborhood. I think we have, I'm sure. But I figured we'll just come up here instead of our normal route. We might loop back around to our normal route though. So yeah, did that. Just hung out, and then, come here. Good boy. Just did that, and then, come on, let's go. Hi. Come on. And then last night, we were like thinking of what we wanted to do for dinner. And I was like, I don't necessarily feel like cooking today, but I don't necessarily feel like going out, like going far. I've just been such a little homebody this weekend. And my roommate Jeff was like, well, where do you want to go? I was like, just someplace like right around here. He's like, any suggestions? I was like, honestly, I don't know. And he was like, okay, let's either go to, we have an Applebee's like within walking distance. We walk by it when we go on our vlogs sometimes. So he's like, we could go to Applebee's. Is this dog off a leash? Oh, jeez. Okay, let's turn around. Come on. That's so annoying. Come on, I can't go that way. This way. Sorry. I'm sorry. We have an Applebee's right nearby us, and then there's a fairly newer restaurant called Danny Ray's that opened. And the owner of that restaurant had a different restaurant down the street called Danny Ray's that just did breakfast and lunch, you know, kind of diner style. But then he purchased this place and expanded into doing dinner. And we've been there once for dinner, and it tasted like diner dinner food, and not in a good way. Like, it was very, very bland, and just, they don't have their dinner game down. I'll never forget the owner was waiting on us at the bar, and I ordered, forget, like some kind of dinner, like chicken fried steak dinner. I don't remember what I got some kind of dinner that came with like rolls, veggies, and a potato of your choice. And so I got mashed potatoes, and he goes, yellow? And I was like, I thought he was referring to the potato, like what kind of potato. And so I was like, yeah, like I didn't, it's like, I don't know. I've never been asked like what type of potato I wanted for my mashed potatoes. And then my food came out and he was referring to the gravy that was on top. So it had like the Heinz, you know, canned yellow gravy just ladled on top. And I was like, oh, this is giving me school lunch vibes for sure. And that's kind of what it tasted like. And the vegetables were steamed and like with no seasoning. It was just like, and like the waxiest green beans you could imagine. So I was like, oh, this is just like not good, you know? So I want to go back there for breakfast because I think that's probably where they shine, is like their breakfast foods. But their dinner was a little rough. So needless to say, we went to Applebee's instead. And I've said it multiple times, I love a nice chain restaurant. And Jeff was like, I haven't been in an Applebee's, like I can't even tell you when the last time I've been into one of these places. And the food was fine. It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. But just the whole atmosphere in there was like, it was like very drab in there. And, you know, everyone was just like I told him, it's like the music is at this perfect volume where it's loud enough that you feel like you need to talk at a slightly higher volume to have a conversation at your table, but it's quiet enough that when you do that, you feel awkward because everyone around you can very clearly hear you. So they had the volume of the music at this perfect level to kind of keep everyone silent. So we just kind of ate in silence. It was just weird. It was just weird in there. But because of our area, like this area right here is definitely, you know, a little bit of an older community of folks that live up here. And then there's a lot of those 55 plus active communities, like apartment complexes. We pass by them all the time. I think I've mentioned them. But come on, let's go. So yeah, it was just like a little bit of an older crowd, which is fine, but it definitely wasn't like having a fun night out at Applebee's. Let's have some fun, energetic conversations. We kind of just ate there in silence, which is interesting because Applebee's, their whole like marketing vibe right now is very much like $5 Long Islands and dollar margaritas, and like let's add a little vial of Patron shot added to your drink for $3. Like they had all this marketing that makes it seem like it's kind of a party there when you go to Applebee's, and they're open until 1 a.m. And so their whole like marketing like scheme is, let's come on down to Applebee's and have a little party with, you know, cheap drinks and good food. And then you get in there and it's just like silence. Everyone's just quietly eating their meals. So it was a little weird, but we just got a cheeseburger and some fries, and I got an iced tea, and then we split mozzarella sticks. And I think their food is very affordable. I think for drinks and the mozzarella sticks and all of our food, which came with side salads, it was like $30-something, which is like unheard of in like a sit-down restaurant. So it's a good deal, and it's not terrible food, but it was just like the atmosphere was not hot. So I think that's a place that maybe I'll start going to. Well, I'm moving soon, so it doesn't really matter, but I should have been going there like on my work from home lunches, because you can get a lunch there for like $10 and get a decent amount of food. But anyway, sometimes it's more about quality than quantity. So yeah, we did that, and then we came home. Another poop, huh? Hold on. Sorry. Now I've got to find another trash can. But yeah, it's a place where it's like perfect to go and have a meal and like have headphones on and just like keep to yourself. But it was fine. So, oh, He's seeing a rabbit. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Come on. That one was really close, huh? Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. So yeah, we walked back to the house and stopped at King Soopers. I got a carton of ice cream. I was in the mood for something sweet. We didn't get any dessert there. And then I didn't even have any ice cream last night. We got home and my YouTube account algorithm is basically diamond painting, skincare, and like theme parks, because I love watching like reviews of like Disney rides and stuff. And so I get a lot of videos about roller coasters. Let's go. Let's go this way. This way. So he was just scrolling through my YouTube account on the TV, and one of the roller coaster videos was just like a technical deep dive into the Hagrid's ride in Florida. And so he was like, I was like, you really want to watch this? Like, I nerd out on this stuff, but I don't expect other people to watch. He's like, sure. So we watched that, and we just went through this whole deep dive of different content creators that just talk about roller coasters and like their design, and it was kind of funny. I didn't expect him to want to watch stuff like that, but he was like not super into it, but he was into it enough. Apollo. That's a fast dog, huh? I don't know if this is the way. I wanted to find, oh no, we're going the wrong way. Let's go this way. Come on. There's a park over here, and I'm assuming they have a trash can, so I can ditch this poop bag. But yeah, so we ended up just falling into watching a bunch of roller coaster videos. So I didn't even really get to diamond paint that much last night. A little bit, but not much. And then we just went to bed. So it was like a really lazy Saturday. I did get a decent amount of housework done. Bathroom and all that stuff. And I actually started going through some clothes, especially my t-shirts yesterday, and put a pile together for either donate or throw away. So that's going well, and I've kind of plotted out how I'm going to pack up the house. So I think I have that set. And then I told him to think about what he might need me to leave there for him until his girlfriend moves in, because like I said, he has very minimal things. I was looking around, I was like, okay, all these pans are mine and all the silverware is mine. So I'm gonna have to figure that out with him, because I don't want to leave him completely high and dry in just like an empty apartment. So it's like, think about what you might need me to leave until she moves in, and then I can come grab that stuff when it's time. So yeah, but that's really about it. I did the editing of one of my most recent vlog was responding to comments regarding AI artists, or responding to another vlog where I talked about why I support AI artists. I filmed that on Friday, got home and started editing it, and realized that the audio towards the end started cutting out and started getting really wonky. And then at a certain point, it started doing its screeching noise. It's like, oh no. So it was kind of the last like 30 minutes of the walk. And it was like an over 2-hour walk. We did just over 7 miles on that walk. So big, long walk. And yeah, I was listening to it and doing my editing, and then at a certain point I could hear the sound kind of cutting out. So what I think is happening is the microphone, the wireless microphone that I have attached to me, once it starts getting low on battery, it will start messing with the noise reduction. So you start hearing a lot more wind kind of cutting in and out a little bit, and then my voice starts to kind of cut in and out a little bit, and then it just goes wing. like when it's fully like dead. So I noticed that, but then I turned on the mic and the receiver, and they both had like a little more than half battery. So I'm not sure if it's the cold that just zaps the battery, and then as it warms up, it gives a charge again. I'm not sure what's going on there, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it. And now I just need to remember, you know, every 30 minutes or so, just take a look at the receiver, check the battery levels, make sure it's actually still recording. So it's a bummer because of course you buy something and you want it to be brand spanking new forever, you know, and not degrade. But these wireless microphones seem to be a little bit more fussy now than they were a year ago, which is okay. I'll live with it. Let's go. They had a little sign that said clean up after your pet, but it's like, okay, I'd love to, and I did, but now what? Oh, I see a trash can. Is that a trash can? But there's someone over there that's kind of lurking uncomfortably near the trash cans. I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh, is this school? So this school here doesn't say closed for like holidays or anything. It just says closed, like we closed this place down. It doesn't even say like closed for the holidays. Come on. Okay, he's moving away from the trash cans. Let's walk over there. Now I kind of feel bad about putting something in this trash can if there's no one performing maintenance. It looks like maintained. Yeah, it just says school closed. Please contact so-and-so at this number. Interesting. Never seen a closed down school over here. Opening August 2020, and then now it's closed. Huh. Huh. Just gonna sneak in this little gate here. Yeah, I mean, the playground's open. Swings. It's all here. Wonder what happened. Might have to look this place up and see what the story is. Maybe they can turn this into a dog park. Okay, there we go. And trash can's empty. Someone's been cleaning over here. Do you want to get up on this table? Hup, hup. Good boy, good boy. Hi, cutie. Hi, cutie. Yes, you're a very cute boy. Yeah, you are. You're a very cute boy. Okay. Okay. Good boy. Okay, let's go. So yeah, that's kind of how our weekend's been going. And then today, once we're done with this walk, I'm going to take him back to the house. I've got, I think, one more load of laundry to do, and then I'll be all caught up there. And then I'm going to find myself a late lunch kind of situation. And I guess it's just normal lunchtime, but find myself some lunch, and I'm probably just going to go to the grocery store and then bring something back. I don't feel like going out. And just kind of relax. We can get to diamond painting stuff. Ooh. Don't have a ton of updates there since the last time we spoke, but I have my whips currently are Distracted by Diamonds and Jupiter Blossom, and I haven't worked on that kit at all, so I still have just a little under 2 sections complete on that. I'm not sure how much I'll be touching that before I move, but it is there, ready to go. Up, up. Good boy, good boy. Down and up. Good boy. And down. Good boy. And get some exercise into you. So have that going, but I haven't worked on that. And then I have Moose Ne Lob Moose that one is from Jade and Gem Shop. That's my cross stitch conversion. No progress there, but there soon will be. And actually, I don't know if I'll be able to get to that one before I move either. Oh, there's a horse over there. Come here. Come here. There's someone walking a horse down the street. You want to go see it? You want to go see the horse? Keeps crossing in front of me and then slowing down. I'm like, can you not stop me? You might not be able to see it. It's the end of this block here, but this guy's leading a horse down the street. Interesting. Interesting. I'm assuming this is their little horse trailer right here. So yeah, Moosonee Lobmoose, no progress there. And then I have Borealis by Henry Clive and Jade and Gem Shop. I got 2 more sections done on that. So I think I'm 1 section away from finishing another row, and that'll put me at 55%, maybe 60% complete with that canvas. It's actually moving pretty quickly. I'm alternating, and we'll get to what I'm doing, but I'm just picking at that kit. But each time I work on a section of it, it seems to work up pretty fast, which is nice. So worked on that a little bit over the past couple of days. And then we have Astronomer by Diamond Art Club and Miles Pinckney. I am halfway done on my second column of that one. And once I finish that second column, that'll put me at about 20% done. I'm doing that for the Astronomer Paint Along 2024 that Mia, over at Mia's Life with KFS. She's running that event January and February, so I'd love to get that done during the 2-month event, but I just don't know what that's going to look like once I move, how long it's going to take me to get back into my diamond painting groove. So I'm trying, but we'll see. We'll see. I might end up working on that one past the event, but it looks so good. I added, I think, 4 or 5 sparklers for squares, and every time I get to those specialty drills, I'm like, oh, this looks really good. And it actually made me this week think about square drill canvases, and I was like, I wonder if a company manufactures smaller round drills that would fit on a square canvas. And I'm not talking about crystals and rhinestones, like obviously I know those exist, but I'm talking like just regular plain DMC color drills that I could do a complete swap out for. So change it from a square drill canvas to a round drill canvas with the smaller round drills. I think regular round drills are 2.8 millimeters in diameter and square drills are 2.5. So that's why you can't just put regular round drills on a square canvas, is because they're bigger. I was like, I wonder if anyone makes 2.5 millimeter round drills in the range of DMC colors. So I poked around a little bit online and I couldn't find any that weren't like rhinestones or crystals. And then I asked a couple of people that I thought might know, that have either been in the game for a while or have diamond painting shops. And they both told me essentially no. I guess at one point, Treasure Studio Arts offered canvases with smaller rounds, but I guess the quality was pretty inconsistent and not super hot. And then another shop was testing them, but they never actually put them into production. From what I understand, there was only one manufacturer that was trying to make those drills, and so I'm just not sure if, oh geez, what is that? A little piece of bark got in my shoe. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was just like quality issues. I'd assume they're harder to produce accurately because the molds would have to be so itty bitty for those tiny drills. But then again, I'm like, well, then how do they do the rhinestones and the crystals? So I'm not sure. I just thought it'd be really cool to try to convert a square drill into a round drill and just see if it like keeps that same amount of detail that people love with squares. But yeah, I'm not sure. Let's go this way. So yeah, I'm gonna keep researching and see if they do exist somewhere in the world. And if you've heard of smaller round drills in regular DMC colors, so just like your other drills, no sparkle, no rhinestone, no crystal, just, you know, like a 939 drill, but it's a small round, let me know. I'm thinking I might try to do a conversion of a square drill kit into full crystal from DP with sparklers. It would be a very expensive project depending on the size, but I'm curious to see how it would turn out. I would just have to try to find the right artwork that could support all of the crystallization and sparkle, because I've seen like full crystal drill canvases, and I know there's a couple of shops that do that specifically, like full crystal drill canvases, but I've personally never been super hot on them, like how it looks when it's all done. I don't know, to me there's something about a canvas that's been fully crystallized that I don't know the exact, a softer word than saying, for some reason it kind of cheapens it for me. I don't know if that's okay to say, but that's the best description. Like when I see those full crystal canvases, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I won't say that. I don't think it cheapens it for me, but I just don't know if I like the look of it. But I think with the right artwork, it could look cool. And I think using all sparklers, those glass drills that are a little bit more, they have that depth of color and that variance of color, I think that would look better to me than like the plastic, just crystal drills or rhinestones that you can get on a lot of these like Amazon shops and stuff. There's something about, I've said it a million times, but sparklers are just like a step above. So maybe I'd be happier with that. So I'm gonna look through my stash of smaller square canvases that I have. And if I don't see anything that I think I could do a complete swap for, I might look on the Diamond Art Club site and see if I can find some of their like more affordable, smaller kits in square, and see if any of those I think would be cool to do as that conversion, just to experiment and see what I can do with it. But I would love if I could find regular drill colors in those smaller rounds, so then I could pick any one of my square drill canvases and do a conversion. I need to ask Jade. I haven't asked Jade if she has seen them around. She's kind of the diamond aficionado as far as researching manufacturers and stuff, so maybe she does know of one and might help me get in touch. But from what I understand today, they don't exist. Okay. Not sure why though. I think that'd be interesting to start seeing those, like a square into round conversion. I think that might be interesting. But anyway, so that's Astronomer, looking good. Definitely gonna take some more time for sure, but it's getting there. It's getting there. It's definitely a detailed canvas. The other thing that I've noticed with that kit, hold on just a second, it gets busy, or it gets loud next to the busier roads, so I'm gonna get us away from here a little bit, and we'll keep talking. Oh, I didn't realize the library was open on Sundays. That's nice. I need to come over here and get my library card, because I could probably access a lot more audiobooks if I had a library card. Maybe I need to, they're open until 5 today. Maybe I'll come over here and do that. We'll see. So, what was I talking about? Oh, astronomer. So, the other thing that I noticed with this kit is it's the first Diamond Art Club kit that I've worked on that has the 13 drill, or whatever their older drills were like 13 or something like that, 13 facets on the Diamond. And it has these new ones, the newer ones that they have now, in some of the colors that I think are, is it 20 facets? And it really does change like the functionality and the look of the Diamond. I was kind of surprised when I started working with these colors that have the new Diamond Art Club, like highly faceted. I think it's 20 facets on them. They look, there's so many little facets and cuts on them that they almost look smooth at this point a little bit on top. And they have a little bit more of a point to them at the very top, instead of kind of having some flat facets on the top. And I think if we keep going, this is where we get spit out over here. I think. I don't know. These neighborhoods around here are just so twisty churny, it's like, who knows? But we're fairly close to the house. So they almost look smooth, and for whatever reason, to me, I don't think they're as reflective and as sparkly as the drills that have the lower number of facets. It's the difference between, to me, it's like, I was trying to think of like how you could differentiate what the look is, but it's like more of a glimmer than like a sparkle, I guess. It's more, I personally think it's less pronounced of a sparkle to them. It's a little bit more glittery, kind of. It's hard to describe, but they just have a different look to them as far as the light that they reflect and refract. And then, like I said, they almost kind of have this smoothness to them because there's so many facets on them. And to me, they look like little pillows or like little after dinner mints because they've got this kind of pillowy look as opposed to being so like, angular. And that's not a bad thing. It's just I wasn't expecting that, and they look very different than the older Diamond Art Club drills or drills from other shops. I just thought it was an interesting thing to see. But, and they almost feel a little bit thinner. Come on, buddy. I know there's someone behind us. Come on. They also feel a little bit thinner too, like they don't have as much depth to them, but I'm not sure if that's true. It's just kind of the feel that they give, especially the ABs that are these new drills with the AB coating. They feel like thinner somehow. Are you okay? Oh, geez, sorry. He's freaking out because there's someone walking behind us. Plus there was a dog in a car and he's like literally tripping me. Okay, let's just come over here now. This guy is just so inquisitive. Come on. You're walking. Come on. You're gonna trip me. Let's go. So yeah, they just feel a little bit different than the older drills. All right, hold on. We gotta reset him. Okay, short leash now, and you gotta stay on one side of me. Getting stuck in this tree. Come on. You're staying right there for a little while till you can calm down. So yeah, they just feel a little bit different to me. But the one thing that's really nice about them is I found that they pick up, they pick up a lot easier in my multi-placer, especially the Diamond Art Club one that I'm using right now, my 4-placer, perfectly picks up 5 of those drills. So when I do get to one of those colors, I'm like, oh, this is actually really nice to multi-place with these because they just fit perfectly into the multi-placer. And it's rare that I'll get like cockeyed or wonky drills. Like they always line up just beautifully. This lady cannot control this dog. This dog's pulling her hard. We're gonna have to be careful because I don't want that dog to run out into the street because of you. Are they gonna cross the street? Hold on. Come on. Come on. That poor dog. See, I get annoyed because I have to pull Apollo forward because he wants to stop and sniff. But I forget the alternative, another option or outcome would be that he's like aggressively pulling me forward. And I actually, if I had to pick, I'd prefer to keep him moving forward than him pulling really hard, especially when it's icy. That freaks me out. And that dog was like, you know, it was a husky, and most huskies have that kind of sled dog mentality. So he was just like, oh, come on, let's go. Paulo doesn't really have that unless we're hiking. He'll sometimes want to pull me forward, but for the most part, he likes to stop and investigate and sniff. And I have to try to keep him moving along. So he's a reverse husky. Anyway, let's let this car pass. Easy. Easy. Okay. So yeah, they just pick up really nicely. So they're growing on me, and I'll have to see what the completed canvas looks like. But yeah, I noticed as I was like moving the canvas up and down in the light after I finished a section that the ones with like the 13 facets or the lower number of facets just to me seem to sparkle and really reflect light off of their specific facets, whereas these new ones are a little bit more of like a glisten. I don't know how to describe it, but anyway, they're fine. They're fine. I'm curious to see if I ever get to a kit where it's all the new drills and if I'll like all of them looking like that. But yeah, so that's Astronomer going well. And then I have, let me just check. Batteries on the mics are looking good. Come on, let's go, buddy. Let's go, buddy. We've done 2.55 miles. So that'll be good. By the time we get to the house, we'll be at probably an even 3 or a little bit over 3. But yeah. And then the last one that I'm working on is my mystery kit from Jaded Gem Shop. And that was another point of reference because Jade uses a mix of 9 and 13 facets. And I like the look of that the most because, you know, the light's being refracted off of those facets at different angles. And it just gives, I think, more of a high shine or a high sparkle. And I don't know, to me it just looks a little bit, has more depth and dimension to it, that look than those ones with the super high facets. But we'll see. They're definitely growing on me in the sense that I like working with them. It's just that finished look. We'll see. So anyway, mystery kit from Jaded Gem Shop. I used that for one of my whip-in chats recently, so I made some progress. And then I just kept working on it a little bit. And before you know it, I have a section and a little bit more to complete. I'm like, I'd say 96% or 98% done with that kit. So I'm gonna finish that today when we get home, throughout the day. So I will have my mystery kit finished, which is awesome. And that'll put me down to just having the 4 Borealis, Mousne Lab Moose, Destruction, and Astronomer. So down to 4 whips, which is like the lowest I've had in a really long time. So I'll finish that today. Depending on time, I'll try to film my finish and review and get that ready to go. And yeah, so be on the lookout for a finish and review of that kit. I'm really, really happy with it. I was like coming up with some of my talking points for what I wanted to mention with that kit, and I'm like, every time I finish a Jaded Gem Shop canvas, I'm like, this is my favorite canvas that I've ever done. No, this is my favorite canvas that I've ever done. No, this one is, like, between Medusa, Senorita, and now this. They've all been like some of my favorites that I've ever finished. I'd probably say they might be my like top 3, I guess. But this one is especially a favorite and especially meaningful because it was the first mystery kit that Jaded Gem Shop ever produced. And on top of that, it's from Hannah over at Iterations Crafts, which is my favorite artist. And on top of that, Hannah incorporates AI tools in her artistic process. So it's the first image that I've created that was, specifically made in conjunction with AI tools. So it's like my first AI art piece, I think, that I've ever done. Oh, actually, that's not true. I finished Golden Hour from Hannah over at Iterations Crafts, so that was the first one. But this one is just extra special to me because it's a custom. I selected the artwork from Hannah's site and had it turned into a custom mystery kit. So there's just a bunch of firsts for me on this kit. And it's also my first mystery kit that I've ever done. So it's just extra special. And the feedback that I've gotten so far in my progress videos or progress posts on social media for that image, everyone seems to be in love with it. Someone was like, I have no words. Someone else was like, this might be my favorite, my most favorite diamond painting that I've ever seen. So it was cool to see so much positive feedback. And I know Hannah saw a lot of those comments. I'm like, this is so awesome that, folks are loving this. And I hope that she's getting some warm fuzzies from all the positive vibes around that piece. So I'm excited to share my finish and review of it. Come here. But yeah, that's the whip that's probably going to be done next. Well, today, ideally. And then from there, my plan is to keep alternating between Astronomer and Borealis. Do 1 or 2 sections of Astronomer, then a section of Borealis, and back and forth. And I'm thinking I can finish Borealis this month as well. And maybe Astronomer too, but I could foresee that one rolling into... No. There's definitely no way I'll finish that this month. But yeah, finish Borealis this month. Keep working on Astronomer rolling into February. And then I can work on Destruction by Distracted by Diamonds and try to get that done in February. And then I'll be incorporating some work on my cross-stitch conversion, Mousne Lab Moose, just taking little bites out of it now that I'll have my mystery kit Beyond Good and Evil done. So you may see some progress updates on Mousne Lab Moose, which hasn't happened since, I think, June. So yeah, and then we'll see where we go from there. I won't go through everything that I have kitted up. I'll just say that I've added another one. My storage case that I have Mousne Lab Moose in is a 420 piece storage container, but it only uses 2 of the trays, so 280 of those colors. So I had a whole 140 container tray in there that was completely empty. That's what I had Lady and Fan in over the summer, but that's done. So I was like, maybe I can put a kit in here just to fill out some space. So as we were watching Princess Mononoke, I got all of my big square canvases from Diamond Art Club out of the craft room, and I set them on the floor, and I was like, all right, Jeff, you have to tell me which one I should kit up next. He's like, are you gonna start on it right away? And I was like, no, this probably won't start until the spring, or who knows. This is now my 7th canvas that I have kitted up. It's like, I have no idea when I'll ever get to this, but just to have it ready. I was like, I don't care what it is. You just tell me what you think I should do. And he's like, okay. Because I was having a hard time picking A, which shop to kit up, and B, which kit. So I let him go through all of my large square kits, and he liked Inner Garden from Yume Art the most out of all of them. He's like, this one's pretty cool. I was like, okay. And I do want to do some sparklers for squares for that one. So I kitted up Inner Garden now as well. So I officially have 7 kits kitted up, and right now I have 5 whips. So 12 total canvases in some sort of stage of progress. But at the end of the day, we'll be back down to 11, and that'll also free up another storage container set. So I might kit up something small, who knows. But I'm just liking getting everything prepped. It's kind of nice. So if I had unlimited money and unlimited craft room space, I'd probably buy enough art dot cases so I could kit up everything and just label them all, and then I can be like, today I'm gonna work on a section from this one, and then maybe have a little wheel that I could spin and be like, okay, today we're doing a section on this. Let me go find the storage container. But right now it looks like I have about enough to kit up. I probably could kit up 14 kits before I maxed out on my storage, or have 14 kits, some kitted up, some whips. But yeah, it'd be nice to be able to get all 81 of them in art dot containers. But anyway, that's that. A little update on how things are going for me. I hope you have an excellent week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of it. Otherwise, happy placing. We'll see you next time. Bye, 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 bye. Come here. Come say bye. Hop up. Hop up. Good boy.